There's nothing better than seeing a little boy grab a Cars backpack and go, oh, that's so awesome.
Getting a break on back to school. How generous Irving residents are making returning to class a bit easier.
I like the fact that we're promoting that you can cycle as a commuter option.
A ride on the Campion Trail brings attention to transportation issues. Hear what leaders are saying about bikes, high-speed rail, and more.
Just growing up around shoes, like my cousins always had shoes, so I was like, I want shoes. So I just grew up trying to find shoes.
It is a hobby you may not have heard about, collecting shoes. We head to the event that was a can't miss for those collectors. Plus the crime caught on camera, a new NASA exhibit, and where a new trail will be located. This is City Source. Hello and welcome to City Source. I'm Thomas Gandy. Some of the most expensive shoes you have ever seen on display at the Irving Convention Center. That story is coming up. But first, back to school. Ashley Roberts shows us the big effort to help families in need.
Summer vacation has come to a close and it's back to school for Irving students.
I'm going to second grade.
Families in need are getting prepared here at Irving High School. The long line pales in comparison to what these kids are receiving.
We're so happy to be able to help them out.
We're getting backpacks, folders, and other things for school.
The event is called Supplies for Success, a citywide effort to give back.
What you see behind me is we have certain backpacks that have elementary school supplies in them. We have middle school backpacks with appropriate supplies for them up to high school.
It starts with citizen donations, then comes together with the help of many players, from city departments to local businesses, including employees from Chase Bank who stuff the backpacks.
It's about a 2-week process where it's literally manual labor for about 8 hours every day for about 2 weeks. It's a lot of work, but we love doing it.
The goal is to help alleviate some of the stress that low-income families may face during this time of year.
We know that they work hard and we know that they want to provide for their kids, and this is just a way that we can help them do that.
The Irving Fire Department collected all of the backpack and school supplies donations, and with the help of hundreds of volunteers, thousands of Irving children are now going to be set up for success on their first day of school.
It really helps out a lot of families in the community who, can't really afford backpacks and school supplies.
I'm so grateful that God has used the program to help us, and to help people that need help.
Parents give thanks for this program, which is offering not only school supplies, but also many other resources.
We checked out the dentist, the vision, everything that they had, to offer us today.
So they come in and the hygienists are able to give them a quick dental checkup.
The Children's Dental Center of Irving gave kids a free dental checkup and hygiene education. And for eye health, the Irving Noonday Lions offered free vision screenings.
So we're getting a general idea of whether or not they're going to need the school nurse to double check their vision.
Numerous vendors also set up in the cafeteria for families to explore.
Everyone from hospitals to local food stores who are available just to help tell the families about the services available to them in the community.
Volunteers are working hard to pay it forward and give back to the community.
Well, I know that a lot of people can't afford the backpacks and the school supplies, so I figured that it would be great for me to help people get ready for school.
They say it is rewarding and priceless to see how happy the kids are to see their new backpack.
There's nothing better than seeing a little boy grab a Cars backpack and go, oh, that's so awesome, or a little girl with Hello Kitty.
Seeing the smiles on the people's faces that don't really get to have what I get to have, it's really nice to know that I'm making a difference in the community.
Each Supplies for Success contributor has done its part to make this year's program come to life and help nearly 3,500 kids.
These communities are just kind of coming out of the woodwork to help this project because they want to do something that's bigger than themselves.
We want to make sure they feel just like every other student and that they've got the things they need to be successful.
Hopefully now, when school is in session, parents can breathe a sigh of relief.
And I'm grateful. I'm so grateful.
And kids can feel armed with the supplies they need for a successful school year. Ashley Roberts for City Source.
With classes back in session, that means it is time to slow down in active school zones. Also remember that handheld cell phone use is prohibited in active school zones. That includes texting. Irving police will be watching, and drivers who violate this law could face fines up to $500. Hands-free devices are allowed by law, but safety advocates will tell you they are still a distraction. Time now for our newest feature. See if you can be a CitySource crime fighter. Watch this video closely. It shows a man entering a gold business on North Beltline Road and attempting to hold up the place. The clerks hid, knowing the glass was bulletproof and other security measures were in place. He tried to get his gun through a small opening in the glass, but when that did not work, he left without taking a thing. Police still want to find him. Call 972-273-1010 with information. And do you recognize this woman? Police say she stole more than $700 worth of merchandise from Walmart on Airport Freeway. Witnesses say she got away in a red Ford Escort. And check this one out. Police say this man was armed with a club and arguing with some folks at a convenience store on North Beltline Road. Investigators say he got into a tan or silver SUV and tried to run over the people as they walked home. If you have seen any of these suspects, email ipdcrimetipс@cityofirving.org, and that's how you can help become a CitySource crime fighter. A mosquito tested by the state is positive for the West Nile virus. It was caught in the area near Rochelle Boulevard and Northgate Drive. Crews will be spraying that area during overnight hours. At production time, the city had still not recorded any human cases of the West Nile virus. And you might find this interesting. Do you know your blood type? A Japanese study shows mosquitoes are more likely to land on people with type O blood. Don't forget about the city's mosquito hotline. It's the number to call with concerns, questions, and even to request a trap for your yard. The number is 972-721-3755. Find a neighborhood spraying schedule and more protection tips at irvingfightsthebite.org. Irving is expected to get a new hike and bike trail. It could be built here along the TRE tracks on Rock Island Road from Gilbert Road to Irby Lane. A unique attraction to this trail is that some of it would be covered by the TRE tracks above. The trail will be 10 feet wide and offer seating in some areas. The city received a more than $2 million federal transportation grant and is combining that money with Parks bond funds. It could be complete by spring of 2016. From the expansion of local trails to the expansion of the Panama Canal, there are a lot of transportation issues government leaders are dealing with. They gathered to talk about them at the 16th Annual Transportation Summit, and it got started in a brand new way. It's an early morning bike ride on the Campion Trail.
It's just fun to get out and enjoy the trails in Irving.
The riders are leaders representing cities across the region. Irving City Councilman Gerald Ferris is among them.
I think it's great to get some exposure to the Campion Trail in the city of Irving.
It's nice and wide, there's lots of shade, and you get to see stuff that you don't get to see from the road.
I do a lot of riding around McKinney, and it's nice to get out into other areas.
They are only going about 10 miles, but on this day, it is more about the cause.
I like the fact that we're promoting that you can cycle as a commuter option, because cycling is something that will make you healthy, plus it doesn't harm the environment.
Bicycling, I think it's probably one of the hottest topics right now.
Bicycling is a mode of transportation that's come of age. City of Irving's a leader and pioneer there. Dallas, Fort Worth, and many other cities throughout the country have joined in with that.
The end of this ride actually marks the beginning.
This is the kickoff.
The kickoff for Irving's annual Transportation Summit. It covers the spectrum all the way from bicycling to high-speed rail, represented by a new model on display at the Omni Mandalay.
Texas is so perfect for high-speed rail because of our topography and the distance between our major cities, and it works here.
Irving City Council member Rose Canaday chairs Texas high-speed rail. She believes it's important because highways will only get more congested as the population soars.
You can only pour so much concrete, and you got to find other ways to move them quickly, get them off of the road.
Lack of funding means we will likely only see high-speed rail in model form for a while, but leaders vow to keep working.
I hope it all happens in my lifetime.
There's a big gap between what people are saying throughout the nation. We need this level of funding, and this is what's available.
For all types of projects, Victor Mendez of the Federal Highway Administration says funding is a challenge. He works with President Obama on the issue.
And really, at the end of the day, for all of us, the goal is to get projects moving faster, get them delivered quicker. I have yet to talk to anybody, regardless of party affiliation, that is not in support of a new way of doing business, a better way of doing business, and a better way of delivering on infrastructure.
After his address to the crowd, Mendez talked with supporters and told me that President Obama's proven strong leadership will continue to keep transportation needs in the spotlight.
Transportation for the president, extremely important. Like I said, for 4.5 years, probably longer now, he has been talking about investments in infrastructure, not just in terms of the immediate construction projects that are created by investing today, but really for the future. Looking at the importance, for example, of transportation, how it plays into the future of our economy.
It is the kind of attention and funding that people who attend this annual summit are working for, whether on the rails, roads, or on bikes.
Transportation is the big issue.
Coming up on City Source, a new NASA exhibit capturing imaginations. But first, Web Watch, our most popular and most talked about videos online. And this one was huge. Irving firefighters coming to the rescue of ducks in danger. Normally, I read all the comments here, but we got so many I can only read a few. On Facebook, Sally Chaviro wrote, "Aw, thanks Irving Fire Department." Tommy Joe Haley posted, "It's a duck." It was actually 8 of them, Tommy Joe, and not sure I get your point at all. On the DFW Humane Society's Facebook page, Marcia Thrower-Berger wrote, "Good job, that's a twofer, an animal rescue and training exercise at the same time, and some great PR." Well, Marcia, I think that would actually make it a threefer. Also getting a lot of reaction is our story on coyotes spotted in Irving.
We're seeing more of them because we're more into their backyard.
On Facebook, Kimberly Hurd-Seipert wrote, "I chose my neighborhood because of all of the natural areas and wildlife. I find it sad that people want to trap them all. They are the original residents." Raquel Elashur posted, "What? Scary." And continuing to get a lot of views, our coverage of renovations at DFW International Airport. If you missed any of those stories, find them at the all-new ICTN.TV. That's also where you can watch us live 24/7. Plus, catch us at youtube.com/The City of Irving. We have about 900 videos for you to watch, and we always like it when you leave us a comment. It was a hobby I did not even know existed, but the people involved sure have a great time. They buy, trade, and collect shoes, and some of them are worth thousands. We got a look at some of them at Kickspo. It's the event where just as many eyes are focused on the ground as at eye level. Here, it's all about the shoes.
I got these wings about to go fly!
A big crowd.
6,000 people, yeah.
From all over.
We're from Alaska, Tampa, Florida.
We're from Phoenix.
Turned out for Kickspo at the Irving Convention Center.
Another word for sneakers is kicks, so we said an expo, and it just said Kickspo.
It's for people whose hobby is buying, trading, and collecting shoes.
I've been collecting for maybe 12, 13 years.
Jermaine Tolentino has shoes that could be the envy of any collector. Pairs worth thousands of dollars.
This right here is my most expensive piece right here. This was game worn by Michael Jordan in 94, 95, his baseball season. This pair right here is a pair of Air Jordan 11s. It was made for Deion Sanders when he played baseball. These probably go for $4 or $5K.
He never wears them or even tries them on, even if they would fit.
This is a size 18 made for Darius Miles.
Never sell these. These are my babies right here.
David Ibarra is also getting a lot of attention for his collection.
The Iron Man Porsches I recorded were only released in overseas. These over here, they were the Miro 7s. They only came out in Barcelona whenever the Olympics were over there. I don't sell my shoes. They're all for display.
It is a hobby they know not everyone will get.
They really don't understand. I always have to tell them, like, it's no different than, there's people that collect die-cast model cars and or collect, dolls or sculptures or busts. I just happen to collect shoes. I mean, it's just another hobby.
Growing up around shoes, like my cousins always had shoes, so I was like, I want shoes. So I just grew up trying to find shoes.
On the heels of this hobby are many eager entrepreneurs.
Size wear. I don't need this shoe. I'll hook you up on the price.
A variety of colors and different materials are up for sale. Check out these shoes made with cork.
How much do those go for?
Like $250. We got corks, we got hazelnuts, just about everything, man.
The material changes, the price go up.
Here, the hobby turned industry goes far beyond kicks.
So this is your own business you do?
Yes, we just started about 3 months ago.
Dwight Morrison's startup is called Ides of March.
We base it off of, assassination of Caesar, imagery based on power and betrayal.
We're just out here trying to sell some socks.
My favorite would be the Weatherman KD4, and this is it's based after a Doppler radar.
And what I do is I take street and urban and give it a high-end twist, as you see.
This group of girls formed the Lipstick Mafia.
We're using what we got to get what we want.
Akeelia Stewart customizes shoes for people tired of how they look.
I've done this one, and this one I'm about to do next, and this is the design concept. I feel like I gotta change soles one shoe at a time.
Clearly, it is a big business, one that started small just a few years back.
Man, a group of guys, we used to do hip-hop music and sneakers and streetwear is a part of the whole urban culture, and it was just a natural progression.
It was really small, real small culture. It eventually just grew real big.
We ran into Irving Convention and Visitors Bureau board member Roland Medina eyeing some copper shoes that match the building.
Are you gonna buy those?
Thinking about it.
This hobby of buying and selling shoes, what do you think of that?
I'm new to this and I didn't realize it.
Tennis shoes have changed a lot from my Converse All-Stars.
The convention center landed this event after organizers attended other activities here.
In this case, they found us, and that happens a lot. Groups find us or they come here for other events and see us, see the building and see how it works.
The Urban Convention Center has been great. They really rolled out the red carpet for us, and you can't go wrong with this building.
Love it, and it's a party.
A party that Kickspos founders hope will grow even bigger in the years ahead.
I'd love to take it on the road and travel and do Kickspos everywhere, nationwide, worldwide. Everybody needs shoes, right?
And there is more to come at the Convention Center. September 21st brings the Partnerships in Action Global Poverty Awareness Fun Run and Walk. October 4th through 6th is the return of Dallas Comic-Con Fan Days. See a full schedule of public events at irvingconventioncenter.com. A month-long exhibit at the Central Library used the wonders of space to boost interest in science. Here, there, and everywhere also led to some special programs, including one with robots, as Valerie Mason explains.
What do you think? Do we have robot wars?
The police department's robots were a big draw at Central Library recently.
When we find something suspicious that we think might be dangerous, we don't want to just go up and open it up and look inside. We can use the robots to do that for us.
Israel Cartagena and his father were among the enthusiastic group who came to see the robots in action.
The robots are very good helpers.
I thought it was interesting to see how police uses all his resources and tools to defuse very intense and difficult situations.
My dad wants me to be an engineer, so I figured, since my dad wants me to be an engineer, since they're doing robots, I figure if I watch, maybe I'll learn some experience.
Science, technology, engineering, and math, STEM for short, were the subjects of a month-long series of programs at Central Library. The goal is to promote interest among kids in STEM. The programs are centered around the exhibit called Here, There, and Everywhere, on loan from NASA and the Harvard-Smithsonian Center for Astrophysics.
We've created numerous activities for people or programs for people to come to learn the basics of physics and to realize that we experience physics and basic physics every day of our life. But these principles are the same here, and they're the same on our planet, they're the same in the universe and beyond.
This traveling exhibit at Central Library is the only public viewing in Texas. Visitors can check out these 22 panels of information in both English and Spanish.
One poster is about shadows and how they form here on Earth and also in our universe.
Each panel depicts everyday experiences on Earth and across the universe and explains how they are connected by the laws of physics. Interactive stations, handouts, and activities are available for a full range of education.
We have hands-on exhibits so the kids can actually come to each station and observe and learn more of the principles by seeing and doing.
Using everyday experiences as an example helps kids learn about STEM in an exciting way.
I learned how to drive a robot. It was awesome!
Also on display is an actual tire from a space shuttle launched in 1991.
And they only make these once for every liftoff. What I've heard is because when they land, it takes all the tread off the tire.
Come on!
There we go.
People are excited. They like science and technology and engineering and math, but they just, sometimes we think we don't know very much about it.
Events like this are just another reason to visit the library.
We want them to bring them into the library and realize that the library is a storehouse of information.
Let the library be the driving force behind your reading pleasure and educational needs. Valerie Mason for CitySource.
Organizers say that this year's Irving Main Street event will be bigger than ever before. This is video from a past festival, but one change this year is that it will be 2 days, and the date should be easy enough to remember because it's Friday the 13th, September 13th. That night will feature music and a carnival. The fun continues on Saturday, September 14th. That day will also feature a car show, arts and crafts, and more. It all takes place in Irving's Heritage District. Another fun event is the annual Black Collar Affair. It's a fundraiser for the DFW Humane Society. That's the no-kill shelter operating at the Animal Care Campus. You're seeing clips from past years, but among the entertainment this time, performers imitating Janis Joplin and the wonderful Carol Channing. The Black Collar Affair is Saturday, September 14th at the Las Colinas Country Club. Tickets are $100 and can be bought at dfwhumane.com. Time now for our Pets of the Week, so let's head out to the Animal Care Campus.
Thank you for joining us for this week's Pet of the Week. First up today we have Kinsley, who is about a 3 to 4 year old kitty. She's a medium hair black kitty and she has been here since May. She came in on May 3rd as a stray. She's a very sweet little girl. She's been patiently waiting for her forever home, and she is lots of fun to play with and just to cuddle with. So please come by and see her, visit with her, and maybe take her home today. This little sweetie here is Tango. She is a 11-year-old miniature poodle. She was the owner's surrender earlier this month, and she was surrendered because her owners thought she was too much responsibility. She is a really sweet little girl and really playful. She definitely doesn't act her age. She's looking for a forever home where she can just relax and chill and have a good time every single day. This little sweetie here is Pasita. She is about 2 months old. She's a little pug mix with a dock tail. She's a really, really cute sweetie. She's playful, loving, and all she wants to do is grunt and play and just have a lot of fun. She was a returned adoption because the other puppies in the house didn't get along with her, and she gets along with everyone now. So please come and find her and play with her and adopt her today.
All right, thanks a lot. The Animal Care Campus is located at 4140 Valley View Lane. It is open Tuesday through Friday from 11 a.m. until 6 p.m. Then on Saturday, the hours are 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. And even if you are not ready to adopt, here's another way to help the homeless animals every time you shop at Kroger. If you have an online Kroger account, go to KrogerCommunityRewards.com, scroll to Texas, then type DFW Humane, and you're pretty much set. A portion of your Kroger purchases will benefit the DFW Humane Society for the next year. I did it. It's pretty easy to sign up. Flugtag is expected to draw thousands to Lake Carolyn, but what is it? We'll have a preview on the next City Source. Also, some people are learning what they need to know about fostering dogs. We'll take you to a class full of people ready to open their homes temporarily to new pets. Ed will take you inside the museum that celebrates Irving's biggest attraction. Email us your thoughts on our stories. The address is ictn@cityofirving.org. We may read some of your messages here on the show, or you can always comment on our videos at youtube.com/thecityofirving. And that's it for this edition of City Source. We leave you now with more from Kixpo at the Convention Center. Thanks to everyone who was a part of this one, and thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.